tales. Let us meet Claude. Claude was a man who liked to travel by train, and today was no exception. He had everything mapped out. He had plotted the route and was presently on a bus taking him to the main station, where he was going to enjoy a croissant and a coffee. Now, what Claude didn't know was that there were various roadworks and track works taking place, so his bus initially was slightly delayed. And then, on arrival, he checked the times with the conductor, and he indicated the trains were running about 20 minutes late. Glancing at his watch, he realised he had time for that delicious croissant. As he went in, he spoke to the lady behind the counter, and she began taking his order in that typical monotonous way of, "Why are you here and bothering me?" But she smiled nonetheless and took his money before preparing some regurgitated coffee in a pot. After a couple of minutes, he was presented with this steaming excitement. Sniffing the delicious coffee beans, he was taken back to a time that had never really existed, but he pretended that he'd been to the coffee plantations of Brazil. Checking his watch again, he slowly plodded to platform 3. And then something happened. An announcement was made. Claude didn't take it too seriously or take any interest. The announcement was made again about 5 minutes later, and suddenly he started to listen. Next, his senses, his reflexes, and his brain function decided that the information pointed that he was on the wrong track. Quickly, he ran up the stairs like a man on a hunt for a serial killer, over the wooden bridge and down the other platform. Behind him, a guard was shouting, but he didn't listen. The doors were beginning to close, and he threw his bag into it. But the doors closed. The shouting kept going. He stopped, turned around, and the train started to pull away. But the bag was still in the doors. He kept running and running with the bag, but it was no good. What he didn't realise, that the bag had become hooked to his coat. So as he stopped, the train kept going, and the seams of his coat began to tear, rip, and shred. As the coat was finally dismembered, he stood there looking down, and everybody else was looking at him. The thoughts crossed his mind, like a badger talking to the moon while drinking Pernod and lemonade with a twist of lime. And I should know. I was there. Until next time. Goodbye.